Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my life with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. So fly me to the moon, let me swing on those rings of light. Let me dance in the Milky Way through the velvet night. In other words, reach for my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me right. Fill this soul with melody, let the tune ring through the years. You're the melody I hear, chasing away all my fears. In other words, stay with me. In other words, you're all I see. So fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on planets near and far. In other words, hold my hand tight. In other words, darling, kiss me. Tonight, and if you'll be my star, I'll be your endless sky. Just say you'll take me there, beyond the blue, beyond the high. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Oh, fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what love is like beyond Jupiter and Mars.